Hello friends, my name is Bhavesh and today I am talking about a summary of characteristic and application of DC motor. Okay, so we are writing here this topic. Okay, so here we write this types of motor. Here we are write only DC motor. Okay, and its characteristic and its application. Okay, so first of all we are writing this motor separately excited motor. Okay, separately excited DC motor. Okay, DC motor, and its characteristic is very accurate speed can be obtained okay, and best suited for application. Requiring speed variation from very low value to very high value. Very low value to high value. Okay, and its application we are write this for paper machine, diesel electric propulsion of ships and steel rolling mills, etc. Okay, so we are writing this. Okay, so second types of DC motor is DC series motor. Okay, and its characteristic is starting torque very high up to 500%, maximum momentary operating torque up to 400%. Okay, speed regulation widely variable and very high at no load, speed control by series resistance. So we are here write this starting torque very high up to 500%. Okay, maximum momentary operating torque up to 400%. Okay, and speed regulation widely variable, very high at no load. Speed control by series resistance. Okay, DC series motor, its characteristic is starting torque very high up to 500% and mo- maximum momentary operating torque up to 400%. Okay, and speed regulation widely variable, very high at no load. Speed control by series resistance. Okay, and its application is for the drives requiring very high starting torque and where adjustable varying varying speed is satisfactory. Okay, for hoist, cranes, trolley, cars, conveyors, electric locomotives, it is applicable for use. Okay, so we are write this. For drives requiring very high starting torque and where adjustable varying speed. Speed is satisfactory. Okay, use for hoist, crane, trolley, cars, conveyors and electric locomotives. Is extra. Okay, third types of motor is constant speed DC shunt motor. Okay, so we are right here. Constant speed DC shunt motor. Okay, its characteristic is starting torque medium. Okay, here is torque very high but here is torque very low. Starting torque medium usually limited to 200 approx to 50%, limited to 50% by starting register, but maybe increased a starting register but may be increased. Okay, and second characteristic is maximum operating torque, usually limited to about 200 by commutation. We are writing this maximum operating torque, usually limited to about 200% by commutation. Speed regulation -5 to 10%. Okay, speed regulation is -5 to 10%. Okay, and speed control increase up to 200% by field control decrease by armature voltage control. Okay, I am writing here, and decrease by armature voltage control. Okay, and here it's application is essentially for constant speed application requiring medium starting torque, may be used for adjustable speed not greater than 2 gm1 range for leather, centrifugal pump, reciprocating pumps, fans, blowers, conveyors, wood, working machine tools, printing press, sniping, waving machine, etc. Okay, means its use, we are here write this for constant speed application requiring medium starting torque may be used for adjustable speed not greater than two gem 1 range for lead centrifugal pump reciprocating pump fans blowers woodworking machine is extra. Okay, here for motor is adjustable speed DC shunt motor, adjustable DC shunt motor. Okay, and its characteristic is starting torque is medium. Okay, starting torque is medium, usually limited to 250% by starting resistance, but may be increased. Usually limited to 250% by a starting resistance, but may be increased. Okay, and maximum momentary operating torque usually limited about 200% by cumulation. Okay, so we are right here maximum momentary operating torque usually limited to about 200%. Yes, 200% by cumulation. Okay, and here speed regulation, no, new point, speed regulation lesson is minus 10 to 50%. Okay, here is 1.5 speed regulation minus 10% to 15%. Okay, and speed control is 6 gem 1 range by field control. Okay, speed control 6 gem 1 range by field control and lowered below normal speed by armature voltage control. Voltage control. Okay, so adjustable speed DC shunt motor. Its characteristic is starting torque is medium, usually limited to 250% by starting resistance. Okay, but may be increased maximum momentary operating torque, usually limited to about 200% by cumulation. Okay, and speed regulation here minus 10% to 50%, and speed control 6m1 range by field control. Okay, below normal speed by armature voltage control. Okay, normal speed by armature voltage control. Okay, and application same as above. For application requiring adjustable speed control, either constant torque or constant output. Okay, so we are text here, requiring adjustable speed control, either constant torque or constant output. Okay, okay, and 5 number of DC motor name is cumulative compound wound DC motor. Cumulative compound wound DC motor. Okay, its starting torque is high up to 450% depending torque. So we are start here, starting torque is high up to 450% depending upon the degree of compounding. Okay, and maximum momentary operating torque higher than shunt up to 350%. Okay, higher than shunt up to 350%. Maximum momentary operating torque higher than shunt up to 350%, and speed regulation varying depending upon degree of compounding up to 25 to 30%. Okay, please see here speed regulation varying depending upon degree of compounding up to 25 to 30%, and speed control not used but maybe up to 125% by field control. Okay, here speed control usually not used but maybe up to 125% by field control. Okay, for drives requiring high starting torque and only variety constant speed, pulsating load with flywheel action. Okay, for drives requiring high torque and only very constant speed, pulsating load with flywheel action. I am writing here, please notice. For drives requiring high starting torque and only variety constant speed, pulsating loads with flywheel action. For shears, conveyor, crushers, bending rolls, punch press, hoist, elevators, heavy planers, ice making machine, air compressor and rolling mills, printing press, etc. Okay, its application for shears, conveyors, crusher, bending rolls, punch press, hoist, elevators, heavy planer, ice making machine, and air compressor. Printing press, etc. Okay, and the last our last motor is differential compound wound DC motor with relative weak series field. I am writing this. differential compound wound DC motor with relatively weak series field. Okay, its characteristic is almost constant torque and constant speed. Almost constant torque and constant speed. Okay, and second is tendency towards speed stability with possibility of running away and strong possibility of motor starting in wrong direction. Okay, tendency towards speed instability by with possibility of motor motor starting in wrong direction. Okay, and its application is for experimental and research work. For experimental and research work and here is our topic is over. Topic is a summary of characteristic and application of DC motor. So if you like this video, please like and please subscribe my video. This is my first video on YouTube, so I know, but next time will be again we going with our new improvement. Okay, thank you.